Hello, backup tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean with me, BlueAnkylo. Now, full disclosure here, this is the second time recording this episode because, well, I had a power outage, and it caused a lot of problems. So if it seems like I've already played through this next area, I did, and I already narrated it all. So redoing that always throws me off a little bit. And because it was like a full-on crash, the video footage that I recorded is completely gone because the power just went off, and I actually have like a battery-powered uninterruptible power supply that didn't work. So my computer just shut off, which is not great for it, and it's not great for recordings that are mid-recording while you're talking to people. So if my audio balance is off, something changed when it crashed. I'll check after this video, which is probably the last video. We'll see. Anyway, so things are weird. I blame it on that. I also didn't have a clean save right here at the beginning of our episode. I had a save from the next save point, which is halfway through the next dungeon. Which is better than what I thought, though. I thought I was going to lose. I thought I had no saves, and I'd be, like, skipped a whole bunch of dialogue and ending stuff. But all we've really lost is opening some treasure chests and a tiny little bit of dialogue that I will try to remember when we get in here. So anyway, sorry about all that. I just failure upon failure on the technology side. Let's go. So, I've already entered this, so we can't see the cutscene, and I have no way to recover it. But when we come upon this for the first time, the whole group is like, wow, what kind of crazy high-tech building is this doing in the demon world? And the group was like, yeah, this is weird. And then they went inside it, because it's weird. We're in the demon world, and there's this giant high-tech building. That's my summary. Then we entered it, and we're like, wow, a time and space lab. That's crazy. We walked up here, and Millie was like, wow, there's a monster. Radix was like, wow, I've killed those monsters. Ronixus and Ilya were like, what are they doing holding on to monsters in here? And that was the end of that. And we never find out. But there are these stasis chambers with monsters in them. And there's a bunch of treasure chests that I already opened. To give you a summary of stuff we found. Oh yeah, I was gonna re-equip that anyway. We found, find anything? Oh, we found a dual helmet. These are like, sort of high-tech, sci-fi, space marine helmets. I think we found some dual armor as well. Yeah, dual suit, there you go. It's a little bit better than the other stuff we're using. A little bit. It's better than a battle suit, by a bit. So there you go, we got a couple of those. I apologize, but I don't know if we remember finding anything else here. I think we got this protect ring. We could craft these if we wanted. We found one of these. We can also craft those. You know what? What? Hold on. I've got a walkthrough on the side. I can just tell you what was in here. Time and Space Lab. We picked up. You know, I never found the Sylvan armor. Anyway, 2 dual helms, 1 dual suit, star emblem, reverse doll, protect ring, half stun, star ring, fairy ring, and a bunch of garbage, diamonds, and, you know, blueberries and blackberries and stuff. Alright, we didn't fight the boss in here, so don't worry about that. But I did do some of the treasure, and I kind of know where we're going, so I'm going to save a little bit of time by not doing a ton of side trips. I'll do a little bit, because, you know, oh no, blackberries. What I think last time I got here, I was like, what is a blackberry doing inside a treasure chest, inside a demon world, or inside a future science time and space lab inside the demon realm? That doesn't make sense. Why is that there? That's crazy. Anyway, this is a bit of a big mazy dungeon. I'll show off some of it before we just rush to the end, but also you guys haven't seen the enemies here yet, so I gotta show these off a little bit. Oh, that's why I unequipped my sword. The angels get healed by my super sword. I knew there was a reason. It's like the optional summon angel bosses. That's right. I think I meant to change my sword after I finish this time. So, we'll go back to Force Sword. It's a bit weaker, but at least it's non-elemental, or not wholly elemental anyway. So if you go this way, you find a crisscross room and a dead end. And then the crisscross room, plus sign room, has another dead end. Really effective treasure hunting here. And this one had a couple treasure chests. I think one of the dual armors was in there. I do apologize for losing the progress, but at least we didn't lose too much. I think I managed to load a save from before interacting with the actual main story plot, so other than a couple very brief, wow, this place is weird, I don't think you missed any of the actual dialogue. Like I said, there was a little bit when we entered it, but mostly the team at this point is just confused as to why there's a science fiction... Science... Why is there a science lab in the demon realm? We're just here to kill Asmodeus and get out of here, still. And no one really knows why there's a bunch of monsters here. To be honest, I don't think we ever figure out why there's a bunch of monsters here. Also, I don't think we ever figure out how the demon world managed to blow up the towns that we saw blow it up in Roke. Lots of dead ends. Nope, I don't think there's any switches or riddles or puzzles. It's just a maze. So it's not the hardest maze. This is the door that will take you to the end. This is probably a treasure corridor. Very much like the other one we found. Maybe the other dual armor was over here. Something. Maybe it's just some random blueberries in a box. Probably never opened it, but there you go. There is some, it's called Sylvan armor, and I didn't find it, so I'm sort of trying to look for it. Not a big deal if we don't find them, but... Another dual helmet, alright. I don't think they're as good as the Dream Crowns. Oddly enough, you can craft better items than some of the endgame treasure rooms. Alright, well, let's go through the door. And then this is where it got pretty mazy, the way I remember it. I probably missed a couple paths or splits along this path. We do still have Astral trying to avoid us some enemy encounters. And I'm sure I mentioned it either last episode or on the episode that was lost, but our party is pretty crazily high overpowered, so we don't really have to work very hard. You know, our guys just... We could probably just watch. You know, there's not a lot of inputs required. I didn't really mean to get over-leveled like this. It was not intentional. I wanted to learn hidden techniques and then craft up items. And it just turns out that in the number of skill points you need to get those, you get to a level at which enemies are kind of trivial, inconsequential. I've also heard that, generally speaking, the game is not really supposed to be very difficult, so... I was also trying to test out how the trumpet works in this dungeon a little bit. It seems to, sort of work, but not perfectly. The encounter rate is just so high. I can't remember if I said this either, but if I did it, if this is the second time, I apologize, but we're also noticing that there's so many sprites on screen between the enemies and the enemy animations and our special attacks and animations. We're getting a lot of invisible sprites. The Super Nintendo has a maximum drawn sprites at once. There's a limit. I don't remember the number, but it has a maximum number of sprites it can draw at the same time. And this game definitely hits that limit. So, if you're wondering why things turn invisible, it's hardware limitation. Very ambitious project. I think I mentioned that as well, but this whole game, super, super ambitious. They, I'm pretty sure they had to cut a fair amount of content. Parts of the game that they just didn't have the time to get it in, or they ran out of memory, or like physical cartridge memory, or you know, time to actually make it. Like, the game development cycle was very near the end of this game came out in Japan very near the end, like one of the last games for the Super Nintendo. I wouldn't be surprised if the N64 and PlayStation 1 were already either released or having games developed for them by the time this was even released. So that's probably one of the reasons why it got cut a little bit short. So I already got that random item over there. I'm trying not to backtrack everywhere, but I'd like to show you guys a reasonable slice of what this dungeon is like, rather than just racing to the end. But yeah, I mean, the combat, I think they got the combat engine really well. Like, it's a very fun mechanical RPG in terms of, like, you know, I think there's some quality of life improvements it could use to make inputting commands and controlling your characters in combat a little bit easier. But the actual system, I think they got really well done. I just think they ran out of time for some of the story, and maybe some of the dungeons and bosses weren't didn't have enough time to finish it. Wasn't there... Yeah, this is the way I needed to go. The entrance was at the top of that room, and I went all the wrong directions first, I think. Or I just sound like a crazy old Ankylo that doesn't know what's going on. But yeah, I would say the scaling of some of the skills and weapons, the secret techs and all that, they probably scale a little bit higher than is necessary for the stats of the enemies, you know. If you didn't bother training up, I'm sure it'd be more difficult, but... Here we go. This is where I'd actually saved. So this is what I had to reload from and then just backtrack. But from here on out, the game thinks it's the first time we're playing through it, even though I technically played a fair bit further and then lost all my progress. So, I'll just pretend like none of this has happened before. It's all good. This place seems to be some sort of laboratory. Some sort of time and space laboratory. I wonder if we can access their database. This is the laboratory of time and space. What do you want? Well, time-space lab. Why is that in a place like this? Something's fishy, I agree. I don't know anything about space and computers, but isn't this place supposed to be just full of monsters? Honestly, the whole demon realm is not explained very well in general. What is this place? Connect. Connect to what? Databank. Accepted. What is your name? Name? Try Asmodeus. Asmodeus. Accepted. Please enter your password. Looks like it worked. Well, but now comes the hard part. Beepity boop. Negative. Please enter your password. Well, no good. Timeout exceeded. Warning. You will be eradicated. Oh no, the security system. Thanks for that, future science fiction space time hackers. You, what business do you have here? Well, we came here to kill you guys and Asmodeus. You know, the demon lord, wings, horns, all that, tail probably. You talk big for someone who doesn't even know what Asmodeus looks like. I am Asmodeus. Oh. You're not as tall as I thought. Or did you assume that you would find him in the most remote part of the building? Well, yeah, like at the top of a castle, pool of blood or something. You, take care of these guys. Alright, we'll kill your death Charona. Well, he died. How about we do some twin slashing? There we go. Alright, well, I hope you got more than that, Asmodeus. Because that didn't rock me. Sorry, everybody. Couldn't resist. Anyway, we killed the Dark Rock, Dark Eye, whatever it's called. Oh no, he got away! I'm sure we'll never find him. Ooh, treasure. I didn't get the treasure here last time. I just chased after him. Let's go get some treasure. Okay, you can buy stuff for less. Crafting item. Curing stone powder. Oh, and my joke last time was Dora the Mage Explorer. But you guys didn't hear it the first time, because, you know, power outages. It wasn't very funny the first time either, don't worry about it. You didn't miss much. A dead end. Generic dead end room. Sneak behind. Oh, was there any other sneaky behindies? Probably not. That's the right side. So I believe up was the direct passage to Asmodeus. So I didn't explore down here. This is new content for me. Oh boy, a blueberry. You could heal 20% of your HP with that. Jewelry. Maybe that'll be good. This is what the boss dropped, I think. A meteorite. And we get a fairy ring. Pretty sure we've already got one, but... There you go, half MP. It's actually pretty good. If you could run out of MP, it's very strong. You know, in games like Final Fantasy VI or Chrono Trigger, MP reduction, cost reduction were very powerful. How do I get to that middle area? Just go around the spiral, Blue. Gem? I mean, you can probably guess why I didn't bother picking all this stuff up. It's the end of the game, and there's not too many items left that are going to make any difference, but... For... you know, completionist's sake. What did we find? We found a, mithril, sure. And... a star ring. You could be a star... ringer. Okay, that's our first star ring. Halves the effect of starry spells. That's very niche. But if you're fighting an enemy that's killing you with starry spells, you could take half of 0 damage. I still didn't find the Sylvan armor. And I don't think I ever will. 'Cause... cutscene time. Now then, let's kill him! Asmodeus, you don't look like you're doing too well over there. Hold on, hold on. He's ours to kill. Our mission was only to retrieve his blood. We must not allow ourselves to be killed here. Escape! They vanished. So those guys were probably the baddies that gave the bioweapon 300 years from now to the whatever the race was that killed all the Roakians. They didn't I don't think they actually traveled through time to get here, but we couldn't kill them because it would have disrupted it would have made a paradox, time paradox. There's no reason for us to come back to get the cure for the bioweapon if we stopped them from sending to the future in the first place. So thanks, Iria. There's nothing we could do about it. It would have been impossible to stop them because their taking the virus had already been decided by history. At least, as far as I understand. Ha! Bothersome insects. You won't be leaving with your lives. Okay, remember, we just came here to capture him because we just need his blood. Oh, what a weirdo. Ah, he's dead. I just used one button and then he died. Maybe. Maybe we killed one of his forms. Form number 2, go. Okay. He dies twice. I know, it's really intimidating final boss. Alright, we saved the world, we got the blood. Sure, you get a little bit stronger, Marvel. Congratulations. Maybe there's treasure behind him and we can come back later and get some secret treasure. Did we beat him? Well, yeah. Also, we exploded him pretty good, so the floor is probably covered with gore. Certainly no X-Death or final form of Kefka. I don't even think he had custom music. Ma, you did extraordinarily well. You'll go down in history as the greatest heroes ever for beating up some guy that called himself the Demon King. Yeah, thanks, guys. We will probably only attain true peace over time, but the death of the king of the demon world is something we should all certainly be ecstatic about. Heroes, I ask for all my people when I speak for all my people, when I thank you from my heart. From the bottom of my heart, even. Now get out of here. Well, And so much happened. We saved the world. We killed a demon lord. Turned out he was just a guy. And then it turns out the guy actually had a robo body. And then we just totally creamed him. He was really weak. Yeah. Oh, I guess we should be sad because I guess we have to leave all our friends behind, right? I was a bit out of shape, so it was good a chance to get some exercise. Also, learn powerful magic so I can blast things with my mind. But I find it odd that there was such a highly developed civilization on the planet. Well, we accomplished our mission, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that whole thing with the Murians and the... Looks like they were trying to get back to Earth and all that. Don't worry about all that. I suppose not. You worry too much. Your constant worrying has helped our ship escape danger time after time, though. Hey. That's rude. The worrying is important. Anyway, tomorrow I guess we have to say goodbye to everyone else. It won't be the same without them. How about we leave extra early? And just not even say goodbye. Oh, we're the worst friends ever. We've dragged them to the demon worlds. We disrupt all their plans. And then we just ditch. Ding dong ditch. What's wrong, Radix? Well, we didn't even say goodbye. It's pretty rude. Oh, nothing. It's just, I kind of regret leaving them behind. We didn't even say goodbye or leave a letter. We have no other choice. Do you think you'd explain it to them and they'd say, oh, okay, goodbye? Well, we could have just said we're going on a trip across the ocean in a ship to a faraway land and we'll probably never come back. But maybe, you never know. You don't have to say we're going to space, you know. They'd never be able to understand if he flat out told them that we're from 300 years in the future. Yeah, you don't tell them that. Although Marvel might understand, maybe. Not sure about her, she's weird. It will be lonely without them, though. What about your crew? Don't you have a whole ship of crew you're going back to? Family? Also, if we have the serum now, our buddy Dorn will be back, and all the people of our village. Maybe even Millie's dad, because remember, he was turned to stone, and now we've got a serum, so shouldn't she want to go back there? I think she forgot about him, just like you all forgot about him. It's best that we just disappear quickly, so that they eventually come to believe it was all a dream. But our memories together won't just disappear, you know. I won't be able to forget them. Well, you could write a book about it or something. Besides, you two kids need to go back to your own timeline and, you know, all that stuff. Anyway, we all know that. Even the captain. Alright, let's go. Also, we have this Eye of Truth that lets us just teleport wherever we want. That's pretty cool. Should just hold on to this. Apparently, this just sent us 300 years in the future. Pretty convenient. Ronixus and the others, who returned to the present, synthesized the serum aboard the ship. And Final Fantasy VI had a way better ending. One paragraph. Oh, okay. Dorn! You're alive! I see. So you really did it. Yeah, now we saved everybody. All 10 million or whatever. Except for the statues that disappeared. They're gone. They got taken. Cool, I'll take my music box back. Your what? What? You gave that to me and we totally forgot about it. I didn't even think of it once. My personal hunch is that it was meant to be something that happened during the course of the game, and then the developers also forgot about it. It was probably supposed to be some sort of plot-specific, maybe like Millie and the kid at the tavern that she was staying at, or, you know, some use like, you know, play some music and some boss gets all teary-eyed before you stab him. I don't know. I bet you it was supposed to do something, and they completely forgot about it. Alright, well, you just keep it then. And it was never brought up again. And everyone just laughed. Roll credits. Ha. You brought that... You like... It's just her music box now. Now that I think about it, spring's almost over, huh? It could be whatever time you want. We've got this thing that can... Never mind. Yeah. I mean, what's going forward up 6 months in time? That's no big deal after 300 years. Time to say goodbye, huh? Yep. You don't need to worry about the underdeveloped planet protection treaty. You wouldn't really be considered a problem anyway at this point. And things are all kind of mixed up in Starfleet Command. Plus, you did us a solid by getting that serum and all that, so we'll just pretend nothing ever happened. Well, you know, probably no one will believe you anyway. Probably. And technically, this planet already has an advanced civilization at those ruins. So, like, you're not really underdeveloped. You're just... I don't know. You're just stunted a little bit, you know. Sure, yeah, no one will believe us. Whatever. Alright, well, say goodbye. We'll probably never meet again. So long, Millie and Radix. Dorn, don't forget about Dorn. He's there. Anyway, those two also have to go back to the future and do their own baby-making stuff. Because the Kenny line must continue. And Ronix's first wife is dead and he doesn't have an heir yet. So, you know, Iria, Ronixis, you know. Admiral, what's going on? It is that kind of situation, Captain. Admiral Blaze. So 90s. What does it mean? Find out next game. No. Game's not over yet. Not quite over yet. A vessel claiming to be a scout ship from planet Farget suddenly, be careful with that word, appeared in Federation territory and demanded our surrender. One ship? That's the mysterious group. So, we're pretty sure that the people from Farget are the ones that gave the virus to the other people with the invisible ship that used it on Roic. And we'll learn more about the Farget planet people later, maybe, if we're lucky. But they're also the people, probably, that took the blood from Asmodeus and maybe have something to do with him anyway, because they knew about him. And that was 300 years ago. So they've been around for a long time. And 300 years ago, humanity was already in space. They had their warp drive 30 years before that or something. Just for the times people. The people that like timelines. Yes. All that I said, yes. Summarized. We have decided to proceed with Operation Stardust. Captain Ronixis, you've been given the responsibility for this mission. Operation Stardust. Is this dusting a planet? Is that what we're doing here? Just gonna warp a antimatter reaction into the core of their planet. They asked us to surrender, so dust them, boys. What exactly? Like, wait, I don't know about this operation. No one informed me. When our science team investigated the area where the recon ship suddenly appeared, we were able to confirm the existence of a wormhole. If you pass through it, you can probably make it to Farget. Oh, wormholes again, sure. Whatever. Actually, Farget is now ruled by G. Revorse. Revorse was created by human genetic experiments, which were disallowed even on Farget. The impending invasion is being carried out almost entirely by his compulsory order. Okay, politics. Support for G. Revorse on Farget is low. There are also a great number of factions that oppose him. This was probably supposed to be half of the game. But why are you telling me so much information when this is really just a one-and-done adventure? Those opposing factions have secretly contacted us to request the assassination of G. Revorse. What? That's what the audience is saying, huh? Only G. Revorse, his close associates, and Farget's army support the coming invasion of the Federation. And we can't just kill them? Like, we can't just stop the invasion with our fleet of ships? Starfleet? Fleet of starships? Understood. You have my permission to use the time gate. But even if we use the time gate, you're not allowed to take your weapons, right? If our job is to kill this guy, classic Starfleet orders, by the way, just go to this planet and kill the leader, no problem. You're gonna stop a war by murdering people. The gate won't let us through, right? We can't just bring weapons. No, we'll be using it for something different. What are we doing with the time gate? Well, Looks like we'll need their help again. I feel like this needed to be like a second game where we took a break. Part 2, we come back after having a little diner on Earth, and then like, alright, let's reassemble the squad. Oh, by the way, hey, how's it going, you two? Well, we said we'd never meet again, but this is an anime. We'd like you to help us. With what? We're just gonna go assassinate some guy in the future. No, in the present. He's leading an invasion on Earth. Not that it really matters, but he is probably the one responsible for turning your planet to stone. So we want to go kill him, right? Alright, let's go. But, you know, if it's just the 2 of us, or the 4 of us, that's kind of sad. What about all our cool friends? Don't worry about that. What? I was talking about Dorn. I wanted to level him up and teach him some cool sword techniques. I've got backup swords, he can have one. Hey look, it's the optional characters. It's been a while. Has it? It could have been seconds for us. You have not quit your training, I hope. Radix and Millie, I'm delighted to see you again. I'm happy we could meet again. How are you? ... Well, looks like you guys all came to the future. You're down with this assassination plan? Cool, 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 right? Is this okay? This time we got the seal of approval from the Federation Admiral. It's critical that we send some people from 300 years ago with sorcery and spears to go assassinate some guy on a science, a future planet through a wormhole. They'll be fine. All you need to do is punch people. Also, this time, couldn't we bring, like, guns and stuff? Like, right? Anyway, welcome to Fargate. It's red. Enemies! Get them! How did they know we were coming? Also, why do they have swords and plate mail? And magic. So I don't know why, this terrible looking planet with spaceships and warp beams and invisible time travel space lab stuff. I don't know why they're sending guys with swords after us, but our guys with swords are stronger than their guys with swords, so we're good. Wow, they do have the bomb though. I think that was the mage, right? Casting some sort of explosion. I don't think it did any damage, so we're superior to nuclear bombardment at this point. Nothing to worry about. Alright, there's some more. I mean, really, you think 4 guys, 6 guys are gonna stop us? 8 guys? 10 is not enough. This area is completely closed off. You are surrounded. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated into the collective. And we give up. The end. Thanks for watching, folks. We just surrendered because there was 10 guys with swords and a few mages that can do 0 damage. So we all just decided to go into our stasis cubes. I hate it when games do that. New music! Kung Fu fighting! They've got cool bandanas. And if we had a second game, they'd probably have major roles in the second half of the game. Instead, I don't know who these people are. They just saved us. Who are you? I'm Ivina, the leader of the anti-reverse faction, the forward faction. Anti-forward faction. No, the 2 wrongs don't make a right faction. The 2 reverses makes a forward. Oh, so that's right. I'm Ronixus J. Kenny of the Federation, here to assassinate your leader. Yeah, I know. Why are you here? And why did you bring the Rokians? Well, I mean, they helped us, and I value their skills. They're pretty good with swords, and they know magic, I decided I couldn't do it without them. Need a hit squad. And they're from 300 years in the past, so if they just disappear and die, no one will notice. The ultimate assassination team. Understood. Alright, let's get back to town. No, there's no time for a part 2 of the game. Nope. We gotta go straight for G-Reverse. There's no time for another planet. It's just no space on the cartridge. Huh? Yeah, we gotta go right now. There's no more time. The developers... This game's gotta launch in 2 days. Alright, I'll show you to the first floor. Hey, hold on. Who's G? What? I don't know what's going on. I'm just a hillbilly bumpkin from Roic. I don't understand any of the science stuff. I'm just here to kill somebody that's bad. I don't know why he's so bad. Fine, I'll tell you some story. I should probably apologize. Alright, guys. Story dump. This is what you get. I'm actually part of the reason all this happened. Ivina. Farget's a desolate planet, with hardly any natural resources, water, or plants. We've been conducting research for a long time on things like spatial theory and genetic engineering, so that people can continue to live here, and that someday we can find a new place to live. I used to work at the facility where they did this research. At least, I thought it was research for the people's sake. But in truth, it turned out to be for the development of a biological weapon to be used to invade Earth. That's why they had Asmodeus' blood. Once I learned the truth, I decided to join a resistance faction to prevent that from happening. Okay. G is the only successful result of our genetic research. With a combination of a powerful body and an intelligent mind, he's essentially godlike. Now, you say that, but have you met me in combat? Like Radix? Pretty powerful, maybe god tier. We'll see who's more godlike soon enough. But what is probably the most dangerous thing about him are his genes. They're dirty. I mean, when they created him, the scientists wrote destructive instincts toward Earth in his genetics. They can do that? Yes, G started a revolution and set up his own dictatorship afterwards. He slaughtered all the researchers. But their insanity was written in his instincts when he was created. I doubt he even realizes it himself. This is all very crazy and unnecessary. We have to put an end to him if we're to... We have to put an end to him if we want to put an end to the mistakes that we put an end on ourselves. But we lack the ending to power the ending. So we requested you guys to end this story. Because he was going to kill you anyway. Alright, whatever. Let's just go kill him. Sure. I'll help you get there. Transition. Alright, that's it. Good luck, guys. Enjoy your final dungeon. The final dungeon. It's so final, we call it the reverse dungeon. We're going back in time to save the future. We already did that. Anyway. Luckily, I didn't save here on the first time through. Actually, I did. I had a save state that... I don't know how I did it. When my game crashed, I was just lucky that I was able to go backwards. Because I thought I had to load from here, and I just lost half an episode and all the story, but... Turns out we didn't lose it after all. At least not most of it. Alright, so... We got ourselves another dungeon. I got about halfway through it before my power went out. I think. I think this might be the way to the next floor. So I'm not sure if the enemies here are really much stronger than the last dungeon, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure this is actually the final dungeon. And they're just full of blueberries. Everyone loves blueberries. Doesn't matter what planet you're from. Blueberries are great. Oh, no, we just found the what was his name? I said it right the last time I was recording this, I promise. The, Tyranno lair. There's no Tyrannos. The Reptites didn't summon him this time around. I can't even see where Radix is. Just... Oh, I got turned to stone. It's fine. Everyone else has got this. So, you know, if you brought Millie, she could have cured that mid-fight or something, but... Oh, one question I have is, can you use your birds to go shopping even when you're in a future dungeon? Treasure room. Alright, I'm just gonna pick up a bunch of this stuff and then I'll look it all over. I don't think it really matters. I think some of that's gonna be Sias only, two-handed weapons. If I remember correctly, this floor kind of just dumps a bunch of treasure on you. I got stoned again? Aren't we immune to stone yet? With that serum? 800 damage. How dare you? I mean, I could technically, switch to someone else and use a liquor. There we go. I know how to change... I've learned how to change controls mid-battle. Alright, that didn't happen the last time I played. I didn't get stoned even once when I was playing it on the first route. Maybe I changed my equipment or something. Lots of star cloaks. It is a star ocean, of course. Alright, let's identify... Oh, look, it's a star guard. If only we didn't find an infinite number of these back on Rogue 300 years ago. I don't know why the arena has the ultimate shield that you can only get in the final dungeon normally. Weird. So we picked up some items here. We already had a couple of these, or like 8 of them. And, you know, a funny bikini with a bunch of status protections. We didn't bring anyone who wants to wear bikinis, though, so... Sorry. Sorry, thirsty tubers. And that just links up to that save room again, so, alright. That's where we... Oh, I didn't try to equip the stuff very well. Somebody's weapon is healing these things way too much. It's not mine. It's kind of annoying. There's too many enemies that absorb elementals. I don't like it that much. Let's switch to Aura Blade. So we picked up the Reflex, yeah. Acid Reflux. It's got a bunch of... Oh, right. It reflects magic, supposedly. Or heals magic. Yeah, sure. That sounds good. Did we pick up anything else interesting? I think the sword was... The Doom Blade, right? Was, yeah, it's not on my list. So probably Sias only. More treasure. Elven Cap. I didn't get that last time. More Reflux. There we go. Meteor Swarm. Now we're getting fun stuff. So, it's probably the ultimate black magic for mages. Maybe we should show it off. You guys are really good at spamming text, though. I don't know if we need Meteor Swarms. Thanks for all the blackberries. So, let's see here. Ronixis, can you, Yeah, you can Meteor Swarm. I'm not sure if I showed off Dark Circle. Oh, Dark Circle, right. This was one of the other hidden spells we learned. There's one more that we might have missed somewhere. I think there was one in the Time and Space Lab that I must have missed. I'll try to show it off if I can. Oh, this is staircase up. Okay, that's probably the way to the next floor. I don't think I made it to the next floor before my game crashed, so... I was around this point. Come on, Meteor Swarm. Why aren't you Meteor Swarming? There we go. Meteo, go! Everything's already dead, but... I can't even see how much damage it did. Ah... We'll try again. It seems like it takes forever to cast. The animation takes forever, but it does a lot of damage. So I thought this was the way forward the last time I came here. It's like a weird eyeball door. Hermit Helm? I never got these either. Marvel Sword. Can Marvel equip that? Plus 20. It's an astonishing hit rate. Okay, there do exist swords in the franchise that hit more than once in a swing. In Star Ocean 2, Cloud gets some really powerful weapons that just multi-attack when you swing at once. It's gonna be difficult for us to tell in combat the way things go. So let me just check my guide out here. Doesn't say anything. We can give it a try then. Maybe I'll be able to tell. It doesn't do tons of damage, but if it gets like double the attacks, right? I also picked up something. Hermit Helm. It's boring. Okay, Hermit Helm is garbage. Dead end. Switch? Oh. Okay, this just took us back here, and then this is probably the way up. Okay, I think we've cleared everything on this floor. So let's just do a normal attack. It doesn't seem to be getting multi-hits, so I don't think it's actually good. But it's very hard to tell because everything dies so quickly. Oh, how much damage did that do? It needs to be a lot for how slow its spell is. So, anyway, we got the Aura Blade. What else do you need? Yeah, this is all new to me. I haven't been to this floor at all. Alright, I want to see what Renixis does here, so... Cast your magic, please, sir. There we go. Okay. Look for the numbers popping up. 3,600? That's not that much. I was hoping he would do more than that. So, anyway, we've seen a few meteors. It's definitely way slower than just having a group of murderers. Let's just put Marvel back in there. I think the spellcasters just slow us down at this point. I don't think we really need them. Hey, a bow for Renixis. She's got 2 bows. Why not? There really isn't a lot of bows in the game. Might have just been added in at the end or something. Oh, good. Cat ears. Well, let's see if this is amazingly powerful. It's better. It pierces the enemy, so maybe the arrows continue on after they hit them, and it can hit multiple enemies. I'm not going to mess around with it. I think there's a spread shot bow, too, if I was reading correctly, but I don't know where you get one. Basically the end of the game, so if you're going to get me a spread bow, we should have done it a long time ago. The Starguard shield that bounces for sometimes max damage is still probably the most busted thing. I don't know why it sometimes it just reflects damage, sometimes it's like insta-death. I'll go down first. Treasure! Elven cap. More reflux. I'll assume that we're getting a bunch of gear for Renixis. Oh. Well, at least he can use the Hermit Helm. So what was it? Elven something? Maybe, mages. Yeah, Elven cap, there you go. It's not very good. The Dream Guard is better. Crafting wins once again. Why are there eyeballs on the walls, though? That's... seem right. Okay, I don't remember seeing a locked door. so we're just gonna go back until we notice something that's changed, I guess. So I think if you could have magic cast instantly at the beginning of a big battle, it would be worth it. But basically with the casting time and the delay on the animation, and the fact that it can be interrupted if you get hit, I think the time for magic is over. I think it was really good mid-game, but once we got our techs and weapons upgraded, magic kind of got obsolete again. So that's fine, it has a place. And if you never bothered to learn all the hidden techs, or any hidden techs, and you didn't craft up ultimate weapons, you'd still find weapons that are pretty overpowered, I think. So I don't think magic would have kept up anyway. This door must have been locked last time, I just never tried it. "51 minutes in. I wonder if we can finish this today." I can barely see what's going on. There's just so many sprites and animations popping up all over the place. It is pretty fun. It probably looks a little nicer if you're playing on the PlayStation, the PSP version, the remake. But, you know, I just wanted to play the original. Couldn't help it. And I do like the aesthetics, you know, the sprite work is my preference, but you can certainly see the hardware is struggling to keep up. I'll have to decide for Star Ocean 2 if I want to play the PlayStation version or the remake. Because I certainly played the original on the PlayStation originally. But, PlayStation stuff, even on emulator, there's still some fake load times, even though you're not using an actual CD. Usually an ISO. An image, so to speak, of a CD. But there is, I think there's a PSP version of Star Ocean 2 as well, which would be using a memory cartridge, I believe, which tends to load quicker. I'll have to compare the two to see if I like one more than the other. And there won't be the big shift of 2D sprites to 3D era. It should be similar style looking. Similarly stylistic. So maybe that will be worth trying out. I don't know. I haven't decided. There's also the nostalgia factor of the original translation and artwork, so... So, I mean, I did find a staircase up, and I've been ignoring it. Another dual suit. I don't think we really need it. Actually, what I was trying to do there was open the menu. I'm gonna play the trumpet, or whatever the instrument is. I think we've seen enough of whatever this combat has turned into. It's kind of silly at this point. I don't think the enemies can hurt us. You can barely see what's happening, and we don't really need the experience. It's great. I'm not even spending our skill points. Here, we'll do that one last time for fun. 195. Let's max out something. Yeah, maximum damage, maximum defense ignore. Yeah, we don't miss very often, but sometimes we get blocked. I've never seen the enemy get knocked in the air a single time. Counterattack doesn't matter. I don't even like flip. I never maxed out my stamina. Probably doesn't make much difference. Oh boy, Tenek's got a lot of skill points. He could go to level 4 skill combos. And, oh, I didn't have as many skill points as I thought. Yeah, the combo hits are pretty expensive, getting that up to level 10. Yeah, that does spend a lot of points getting there. That's probably where Radix lost all his skill points. Not like I really care, but... So by doing that, you can still set up the AI to do even more crazy stuff. Again, I don't think this makes any difference at all, but now we can have 4 pages of combos. And, like, you could do a lot of stuff having... If you had a concept for, you know, different combos at different times... That's pretty cool, right? But it doesn't really matter, so I don't really want to spend too much time on it. Oh, right. I was going to my elven boots. I was going to the menu to play music. Equip them. I think we found it was Millie that can use the elf stuff. Hey, finally an upgrade for the old leather boots. Not by much. Alright, let's see if we can dodge a couple encounters here. Actually, no. Soothing sounds of the saxophone. Lasted for like 5 seconds. Not even 5 seconds. Good thing I upgraded those skills. Should go level up area right now. I'm sure things are dying somewhere down there. I guess you could turn off techniques for everybody and just let Radix do all the fun stuff while everyone else just defends or something. Let's play some more music. We tried saxophone. Let's try, I don't think we ever played the guitar. Honestly, the instruments are really cool. I wish they would replace the background music until you turn them off. Like, some pretty groovy tunes. This might be it. And technically you can use them to just heal up anyways, so. Is this it? Are we done reversing with all the weird eyeballs? Nope. Can't click the switch. I think we're just gonna do a long episode. I don't expect... Whatever the final boss is, I don't think it's going to be difficult enough. Tractor Beam healed everybody. All of our armor makes us healed by magic damage, whatever element that was. Yeah, can you really imagine anything stopping us at this point? Other than a switch I can't press? Alright, left or right? What do you think? That looks like an elevator? Nope. The hardest part is clicking them. Wow, the hardest part is all these random encounters. Alright, Tanek, stop healing the mage. Let's try another instrument. Bonus content, because only the most dedicated future tubers get an hour into the video and are still paying attention without falling asleep. To you guys, I appreciate you making it this far. You get some trombone. I like the guitar and the sax more. Okay, we probably gotta flick some switches to open the door. Alright, there's gonna be some combination of switches. Everyone's favorite. Oh yeah, that one lit up. That one lit up. Do we have one last riddle? I think we do. I think it's probably related to the little shapes on the ground. But I also think I'm just gonna go look it up. Because I'm just not in a riddly mood. And there's too many random encounters to enjoy flicking, what is it, 5 or 6 switches in all the different possible orders. They might, like, stay lit if you push them in the right order. What if you push them twice? Nope, you can't even push them twice. Alright, let me just look this up. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You have to switch them in a particular order. Start in the upper left and go counterclockwise. Alright. I may have gotten there eventually, but... So you're supposed to start over here. This is the room that has the most stuff on the ground. So maybe the symbols on the ground mean something. I don't know. As we know, I'm not very good at solving these Star Ocean riddles mid-episode. Alright, so counterclockwise. Not the way the clock goes. So, like, that's a rune symbol of some sort on it, right? I bet you. And then even below, in the green light underneath the switch, it's... Maybe it means something. It could just be random noise. This one's got 4 dots. 2 Metroids and 2 squiggles. But that opened it. I'm trying to look at the symbol there. It's got a left and a right arrow, or triangle, that is, at least. I don't see anything that symbolizes counterclockwise start in the top left, but... Oh well. Sometimes game devs just want to put riddles in. I got turned to stone, didn't I? I'm pretty sure if I care, I can buy liquor potions. I mean, no longer stone items from the bird transporter if I want. But I think we've got enough. I could also just equip the don't get turned to stone, the maybe don't get turned to stone item. It's still only like minus 70% chance, so. Ooh! The music is getting even more frenetic. The stairs are getting even taller. This background is getting even more cloudy. Space disruption at 12 o'clock, Captain. Totally not a final boss room. Get all your preparations in. Don't fall off the cliff. A lot of passages. Run like your life depends on it. Alright, it's time to assassinate you. Whoever you are. Just shoot him. You. I hear you're here. I hear that you are here to throw a wrench into my well-laid plans. Does he have a cybernetic eye? That's cool. Of course. Your plan is to make people suffer. Well, he was going to conquer the Earth or something. And he did kill, like, everyone on Roic once. Sort of. Not directly. What? The Federation's the one that truly causes the people suffering. What? How does the Federation do that? I thought we were a peacekeeping only. We never would assassinate anyone on their home planets. We're a democratic federation of peace and love and prosperity. And definitely not murder. You force other people to join your little social group you call the Federation. You steal natural resources, and you make other people your slaves. How are you not making people suffer? Also, you came here to kill me. We aren't forcing anyone to join. They join on the basis of mutual understanding and blah, 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 blah. We don't steal natural resources. We certainly don't go around enslaving or killing people. Ever. Mutual understanding. You go to other planets with a fully armed military, like this, and drag in people from 300 years ago and arm them with super sci-fi lightsaber swords, and thrust weapon at people's throats like my throat. How can you honestly call discussion in that situation fair? You're the bad guys, not me. We don't thrust our weapons at them. That's just your twisted interpretation. Now die! We don't thrust our weapons at people like we're doing right now. I mean, they attacked Earth first. It's self-defense. Federation dogs like you would never understand the pain you're causing. Yeah, well, likewise. No excuse for invading and turning it. Why'd you turn Roic into a bunch of statues? They didn't do nothing. They're not part of the Federation. It's the survival of the fittest. It appears I'm wasting my time. Well, you know, we can agree on survival of the fittest then. Fine, let's do this. Oh, he's laughing at me. He's hurting me. He's doing more than 0 damage. I should have brought Millie. Nope, never mind, we're good. 1 combo killed him. I did let him attack, though, just to be fair. I let him attack me. He did do a couple thousand damage. And then I did 1 twin slash combo times 4 and he died. And Tinek helped. Oh, and Iria got turned to stone. I don't know, she's been... I don't know how long she's been a statue. She didn't even... we didn't even use her on this fight. How is she talking in the cutscene? Damn it! The descendants of Moor standing in my way. Descendants of Moor? It seems you came all the way without knowing anything at all. I don't know about the Federation monkeys, but if you do your research, you'll see that the Rokians and Fargetians are both descendants of Moorians. Did Moorians have tails? And feathers? Wings? And cat... whatever bodies? Miraculously, there were some Moorians who survived the disastrous anomaly on Earth. Some of those survivors were thrown through a spatial gateway and found themselves on Roic, while others wound up on this desolate planet of Farget. Oh. So, remember that story about the continent on Earth and the meteor? I guess that's where ancient Rokian civilization came from. It was people from Earth. Not exactly Earthlings, though. Moorians. Also, they went to Farget, which sucks. Sucks to be them. History 101. Don't put this on your history test. You'll fail. So, that was the hologram in Parge. Asking what happened to their race is utterly pointless. So is asking about what happened to the Rokians, the Fargetians, or even the artificial monsters for that matter. But even if I didn't know that, I would never stop despising you Earthlings, who live comfortably like you're at the height of prosperity. I mean, they kind of are. That's what the Federation does, right? Star Trek rules. Oh, you. Woman. That woman? Judging from your clothes, you seem to be a native Rokian. But didn't the Moorians of planet Roke all die out? I am deeply interested in you. Well, no matter, I'll check on you at my leisure once I kill you all again. I won't be holding back this time. I'll show you all how powerless you are. See, there is something about Marvel. Neo Reverso! He's a giant robot! He's got a lot of defense. How about lightning? He's immune to lightning. No, he just doesn't take much damage. Oh, I forgot. I was going to restore Iria so she could help. But then I'd killed him. Well, maybe he's got a third form. He's going to need a few more forms if we're going to get anywhere here today. He didn't even have boss music that time. Did we do it? Is he assassinated yet? Nope. Alright, third form. This doesn't mean it's over. Someone like me will appear again. It's only a question of when. Maybe in the next generation. Double layer joke. Because Ronixus is going to have a child. So his next generation is in Star Ocean 2. And then, like, Star Trek, the next... You guys get it. Alright, we did assassinate him successfully. Ivina said what was driving G were the destructive instincts written into his genes, but if he's so smart, couldn't he just figure it out? What I saw inside this man was pure hatred for the people who created him, and for himself, and for the dark clouds beneath him. Don't live inside of a glass fortress with dark, spooky clouds all around you if you want to be happy. And sadness? Yes, in the end, he was another victim of mad scientists, the true villains of all science fiction. The end. But what about Marvel? What is her story? Will Joshua ever find his sister? Will Tinek ever get a good night's sleep? If I told you this had been a fruitful experience for me, I would sound like an honor student. But I get the feeling that by meeting you, I was able to truly grow as a person. Take care, everyone. I'll never forget you. Ever. Because she might live forever now. See you guys. Thanks for helping. Oh yeah, we're back at the cool time gate. So how did they bring their weapons into the future? Is that allowed? Because we were not allowed to bring our weapons to the past. Interesting. Maybe it just doesn't disrupt the timeline. You can go forwards, but not backwards. Never figured out what that thingamajigger in the corner there, the time thing. I suppose it's fate that we'll never meet again. I would only burden you if I went with you. Goodbye, Joshua. I mean, brother. What? Might not have enough affection meters with everybody to show off the good ending. Never know how affection works, but there is a special cutscene with Marvel, Joshua, and Ashley if they like you. Looks like we probably don't get it. Nah. Oh, a challenger has appeared! Yeah, he's gonna kill everything. There's absolutely no stopping him. So strong they were. Now I am stronger. Even more I will train and become strong too. I think Tinek can probably 1v1 just about anybody on this planet. Arya and Radix are gone, so he's pretty much top dog. I mean, top wolf. Probably doesn't like being called a dog. That's 2. What about Joshua and Ashley? We don't even get a scene with Ashley? Rip off. I want my money back. I really think we got ripped off. We did not get the good endings. I don't know. I don't know how affection works. You gotta do private actions and stuff, and maybe say the right answers and not miss them. Supposedly, fighting enemies and healing people in combat add a little bit of affection. Maybe killing bosses with them in your party might as well. There's a bunch of rumors. I don't know how it works. Unfortunately, I can't go back and do it, so I have no idea what the actual requirements are. But there is probably a better ending where Marvel and Joshua actually make up. And maybe she even returns to her body, because it turns out, surprise, surprise, she's Aerith. And the story that you guys have missed out on, that I'll just fill in real quick, is that Marvel was kidnapped by the demons that killed Joshua's parents and left him for dead. They actually specifically targeted his parents for some reason, because they were, I don't know, feather people that knew magic or something. I can't remember. I read about it. Anyway, they kidnapped Elish, whatever, Feather Girl, and then they brainwashed her and sold her to an assassin's guild. And then she was murdering people as one of the demons. Like, we saw, like, the Spider Girls and also the Crimson Shield. So the same thing happened to him. They kidnapped him, took him to the demon world, to the time and space lab, brainwashed them, and then reset them back at the Kingdom of Van and Sylvalant. And she had, like, a whole lifetime of killing people as an assassin. And somewhere along the line, she found some ancient ruins, the Murian technology at Sylvalant, and a body frozen. A Murian body that was in stasis. Still alive. somehow she transferred her soul or consciousness into the Murian body, and that's why she looks the way she is. She doesn't have magic anymore, because the magic, the symbology is still tied to her angel form, which is frozen in ice. But she can control the magic orb. So that's how she, like, I can't remember how they said she broke out of her mind control, but effectively she swapped bodies and she was hunting down the people who controlled her and trying to get revenge on them for all that bad stuff. So Ashley was supposed to help because he knew the Crimson Shield from years ago that was his buddy. So you needed Joshua, Marvel, and Ashley to get those cutscenes, and I guess we just didn't get it. It's fine. I'm not too sad about it. You could read about it on the wiki, or maybe if you play the remake, I wouldn't be surprised. Also, the music's pretty loud here at the end. Sorry about that. Just louder than the other music. I'm pretty sure the remake will have a better translation that covers that detail a bit, but anyway, that's why I wanted to bring Marvel. Marvel and Joshua have quite the interesting side story. It didn't get explained super well in the course of the game, but that's why I skipped Sias and Fear, or Faya, because they had less story than she. This time, it really is goodbye, isn't it? Yeah, but we might have to come by again. Maybe I should have given everyone their favorite food. Maybe I forgot to do that, actually, because you maybe get affection points for finding their favorite food. I know you can't do it just any old time, but please come back again. Go for parfait. Sure, but it might be best for Rogue to stay undeveloped like this. No, I want spaceships. I mean, there's literally crash-landed spaceship on our planet. We could probably just start engineering it, right? Oh, if it did become more advanced, the air would be polluted, and water would become dirty, and trees would die, and you'd learn medicine, and you'd feed starving people, and productivity would go up. You'd have all kinds of cool inventions like air conditioning and electric lights. Quality of life would go up, but, you know, there might be some pollution and stuff. Anyway, thanks for your advancement, blah, blah, blah. If it wasn't for spaceships, we wouldn't have had this adventure anyway. Don't worry, we'll make Rourke better. Plus, there already is advanced ruins and technology on this planet already. Alright, see you again someday. We're just gonna invent nuclear power while you're gone. Besides, we've got magic that can basically cause nuclear explosions, so we just need to put a mage in a reactor, boiling some water, and we'll figure it all out from there. Thanks for the adventure, guys. Now is the start of our real adventure. Adventures in dating. Let's go, Millie. The real adventure starts with you, viewers at home. The winner is you. Are we officially over here? We did the credits, did the post-game cutscene. Finn. There is technically a post-game. I'm not going to really cover it, because it's nothing too special, but there's like a developer room like Chrono Trigger did, and there's one more bonus dungeon, but it's like a 30-floor grind, and I think you start at, you have to do a new game plus to do it, so I think you start at level 1 again. I don't really want to grind everyone back up and customize everyone's weapons again. Let me just reset it. I think that's what you're supposed to do. I'll just showcase it very quickly. There was that Oracle skill that we never technically learned. You need to be in a clear save file for that to, yeah, time. Maybe you don't restart from 0. Hold on a second. Does anyone have any skill points? There you go. Millie can probably do it. We need 2 more skills. What's a skill we didn't use? I don't know. Technology. Radar? I don't think we use radar for anything. Radar is probably one of them for sure. There you go. Playfulness and radar, sure. Execute. Okay, cool. We didn't actually have to reload or anything. I thought we'd have to start back at level 1 to show this off, but anyway, Turns out it's really easy. Thank goodness. Star Ocean translation is finally complete. So these are like the Jap developers, I guess. Yeah, there's another dungeon in Roic. I guess we could go straight to the bonus dungeon if we wanted. So I get to show this off in the post-credits. That's good. But yeah, I mean, definitely props to the translators. It's definitely difficult to fully translate a gigantic JRPG in Japanese to English. They usually have to play around with fonts and stuff, because the Japanese font doesn't translate to English straight one-to-one. So I know that's a lot of work for these projects, and it's all just fans. They don't get paid for this stuff. That's pretty cool. So we get little notes from some of the original development team. Oh, we didn't... I see. We didn't put enough skill points to get the higher level stuff. So we really did start the boss fight with 3 people. That's how easy it was. I didn't even... We didn't even need 4 characters. It's pretty easy. Can we... These are pretty cheap. So if you want to go to the Oracle 2, Playfulness, Piety, and Radar. Oh, I'm like 9 points away from it, probably. From getting the whole set. Yeah, we need 1 more point to get level 10. So 9 skill points. Did you ever get the kitty? No, we kind of dodged that one. I drew all the confusing maps. Okay, burn this guy. Oh, wait. That show up? The mini-maps? Maybe there were supposed to be maps in the dungeons that I didn't ever figure out. Maybe I didn't press the right button. I'm Hamayan. Yeah, this Snes looks pretty good, guys. Please buy a copy soon. Yeah, good luck with that. I did the sound driver. Good job, Hashi. Well, not a lot of hugely important dialogue, and I don't think we can do the last room without another level up. Okay, that was not the one I meant to take. So the right side takes you back to the end of the game. The other side should take you to the bonus dungeon. Or just back to the past, if that's what you want to do. So we could go do stuff back here, maybe. I forget what it is. I think you have to leave the town and... Nope. Just walk in the same tile you teleport. You did well coming, enjoy. Yeah, you might find some movable statues, yeah. We didn't find any of those the other dungeons. But I don't really want to do these, like... We're already, like, super over the episode. We beat the game. There's 30 floors. You know how random encounters bother me. There's treasure. It's garbage. What do we fight down here? Same as the final dungeon. I'm gonna say, if you want to experiment this, I recommend you play along and give it a shot. I showed you how to unlock it. It's not very hard. I think the game is too easy for me to really want to spend another episode on this. Sorry if you were expecting that, but... There's no more story, and it's kind of just that rushed finale at this point. I'm looking right now at what's in the, what we're gonna miss out on by not doing this. Give me just a second here. Side quest. 7-star ruins. So we have 30 floors. There's a bunch of weapons and armor that might be better than what we've already got. There's a new spell. And it just goes on for 30 floors. And you fight a final boss fight. Good luck if you fight him. I imagine we would kill him in 2 hits or so. It might not be that easy, but anyway, I gotta end the episode. This is already super long. I'm gonna end the series here. But I am gonna consider let's playing the next Star Ocean soon. We'll see how I feel, but I really enjoy the system for this game. I think, you know, we got too strong, and I think I want to play a more balanced game, which I think Star Ocean 2 is more balanced in terms of difficulty level, and I have a lot of nostalgia for it. You know. Anyway, final thoughts. Cool game, lots of fun. Glad I went back and played it finally. I never finished this game before. It's been on my to-do list for Super Nintendo RPGs for ages. I give it a high ranking. Obviously, it's a bit unfinished. You know, you can tell there's parts of the game that are sort of missing and not really explained. Some of the story is a little bit short and kind of skips you through parts of the game, but I think the core is really good, and then that's what they keep and continue on with the series later on. So anyway, lots of fun. I'll probably want to do Tales of Phantasia as well at some point, the sister game to this one on the Super Nintendo, so to speak. Very similar and basically by the same developers, or at least most of them. So we'll get around to that one day too, probably, but I'm kind of in a Star Ocean mood. I really want to continue this. I'm in a good spot, so we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Fun little game. I recommend you give it a shot if you enjoyed it. Maybe try not to overlevel too much, because it is pretty easy. So try to go into that final dungeon a little lower level if you want a bit more challenge. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.